Hey y'all, welcome to Old Line.
So I've been trying to get as much of the kitchen build-out progress as I can, but I've been getting here at 6:30 every morning to let the construction guys in. And then I'm here all morning because somebody has to be here with them. And I'm like trying to get some footage, but those guys are really not impressed with me or my new camera. We'll see how it plays out in editing. What's up, y'all? My name's Pat Acuna, partner and CEO of Old Line Tailgate Company. We were a little cocky when we said that it would take 2 weeks to build out this kitchen. It turns out that some adjustments we made at the last second to make the project a little bit bigger actually tacked on about 2 weeks to the whole thing. It's getting permits approved. It's resubmitting for quotes for electrical and stuff because now the scope of the project is bigger. But once again, finally, we've got everything approved, everything inspected, and we're ready to finish this project. The hood is up, the walls are up, the commercial grade wall coverings are up, most of the units are in place, the gas is plumbed, the electric's in, the lights are in. We're about to seal our unit off from Dragon's unit. Really, the biggest thing left to do is get our vent and motor up on the roof, and that's gonna take some money. But other than that, we're just painting, taking care of detail stuff. We've got professional commercial cleaners coming in to give all of our equipment that we bought at auction in Pennsylvania a real good scrub down because it needs it. We'll get everything buttoned up and finished. Then it's just waiting for the health department and the fire marshal to inspect us and sign off, and we're off to the races. I really cannot describe how much of a game changer this is, both for Old Line and for just us. As most of you know if you watch this channel, my wife and I have a 3-year-old daughter who goes to bed usually about 45 minutes before I get home from work. Sometimes I get home in time, but usually not. Why that's significant to us having a commercial kitchen is that her bedroom is about 15 feet away from our kitchen at home, and we live in kind of an old house, and you can't pick a fork up in that kitchen without waking everybody up. So a lot of the time, I'm kind of left to fend for myself with the basement microwave to figure out dinner. Let's just say I am very excited to meal prep in our new commercial kitchen. And you could be excited for it too. We don't have all the details yet, but once we get up and running, we're going to be using our catering wing to offer ready-made meals to go. So whether you're meal prepping for health and fitness, or if you just want to have some full flavor meals ready for busy weeknights, we'll have you covered. I don't have all the details for that yet, but we are working on it and we'll have more information soon. But that's it for new business. Let's get on the road, get down to Dragon, because those electricians are not going to babysit themselves. Woo! All right, well, we're out here at Dragon, and across the street from us at the airport, there's about 30 fire trucks and hazardous incident response team vehicles. We have no idea what's going on. All right, well, I just called my buddy Teddy, who is a DC firefighter, and it turns out that it's an incoming emergency landing. This is nuts. Incoming emergency landing. There's fire engines all over the place. Take a look at this. All right, well, fortunately, the pilot got the plane down safely. Did not have the nose gear down, so the nose did hit the runway, but he got out under his own power. A little exciting, a little bit of excitement here at the airport. Woo! Aw, oh, man, the gimbal wasn't facing you. Now it is.
Yeah, well, you lost your shot.
Pretend to be scared. What's up?
No, it's really, it happened.
I like 1 for 3.
It's jiggly. Jiggly.
The next morning.
Good morning, everybody. So we got a little bit of a surprise today. At the last second, I was invited to come tag along with Ange at a really cool wedding event. It's kind of like a bespoke mini expo. It's ran by Colonial Jewelers here in Frederick, and it's at the brand new Visitation Hotel, which is a gorgeous brand new wedding venue and hotel and restaurant. But this should be a really cool time promoting both Angela Lorenzo photography, which I'm becoming more and more a part of as I get more and more familiar with making videos and videography and stuff, and Old Old Line Catering Company. And the catering side of things is going really well. We're booking a bunch of stuff. It's pretty much all next year. We do have some smaller gigs that kind of pop up a few months in advance, but for the most part, these big weddings, people book you a year or more ahead of time. So it'll be a real busy 2026, and let's go try to make it even busier and start filling up 2027. Woo! Alright, so we're here at Visitation Hotel and the Y Oak Tavern for their wedding open house. Angie's in the bridal suite with Christine as our dress model. Let's check it out.
Follow me. Here you'll see a cake from Nikki from Sage Cakery. And I'm gonna go drop off the champagne toast to our model, Christine, who's modeling a dress from TLC Bridal, downtown Frederick. We are in the Visitation Hotel Bridal Suite. Let's go. A little top off. We are now headed over to the Y Oak Tavern to get some pictures of Christine, the model here, with the cakes and with the bar. Let's go.
right, so the expo is over. That was really cool. We've never done a wedding expo that is basically like set up as a wedding, so you can walk around in the space and experience it. It's kind of like if you took a styled shoot and turned it into an entire wedding experience that potential couples can come and walk around in and, you know, feel the textures and you know, smell the candles and meet the photographer, get their picture taken. So it's really cool. I mean, normally at a wedding expo, you have your little booth and it's compartmentalized. You're trying to, you know, put forth your entire identity as a brand and what you offer. And this was just a really natural way to kind of display that in the space that it's going to be experienced and consumed in eventually at that couple's wedding. So that was really fun, really cool experience. Thank you for the Visitation Hotel for inviting us to come out there and be a part of it. It's very exciting. It feels like for the first time, you know, we've always been creatives and we've always done this kind of thing for a living, but it feels like, you know, the last couple years, but especially this wedding season, we're kind of being invited to the adults table with everything. So super exciting. Things are working. Things are popping. We're making attempts and those attempts are paying off. So anyway, now the entire wedding expo is going to Idiom Brewery for an after party, and that's what we're doing right now. So I'm waiting for Ange to show up, and then we're going to get in there. Let's go. Woo!
Several days later.
All right, it's now Friday, and we are pretty much done with the kitchen portion of our build out. The construction's all done. The equipment is all mostly installed. We had it professionally cleaned. All of our food has been moved from the temporary storage into our new shelves and refrigeration, and it looks good. Like everything came together perfectly. Way to go, Kyle, on measuring everything and finding the right pieces that would fit perfectly. We don't have a huge space to work with, and I can confidently say that every square foot of our space is being utilized pretty much as efficiently as possible. So it's been a big process. Super happy that we were able to document it like this. But yeah, we're in our last few days of having to work out of the trailer, hopefully. What happens next is installing our roof unit. It's going to be a big day. It's not really a complicated process. It's just a big day. We're going to have to bring a crane out here. If I'm able to be here to film it, I absolutely will. But they're going to crane our roof unit and motor up on the roof, get that installed, and then install the ductwork from the roof to our hood system. Once that's done and installed, we get all of our inspections done, and as long as everything goes well, we're in business. So home stretch, but everything looks beautiful. We're gonna go in there and take a look at everything, and hopefully in the next video we're talking about actually cooking in our kitchen. So very exciting times, exhausting times, but exciting times. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so we're going to start the tour of our hotline here. This is all the way to the left underneath the hood system. We've got our deep fryer here and our hot hold station right here. That's obviously where we're going to keep things like fries hot. And then here we have our freezer unit for the fry station. Any frozen items that we are going to deep fry are going to stay in here. We are going to change the orientation of the door to open from this side, so it'll swing open this way instead. And then we have a nice little staging and prep area here on top of the freezer. Then we've got our 6-burner gas range. We will, I think, at some point get a charbroil attachment to sit either here or here. That'll allow us to like put grill marks on steaks and really grill anything that we don't want to do in a frying pan. And then down here is our gas oven. That's where we'll bake anything, broil anything, finish steaks in there. So we're going to be a huge help with catering, obviously. And this is our steam well. This is where we hot hold any sauces or more fluid adjacent foods like mashed potatoes, soups, cheese sauce for mac and cheese. That's where everything there stays hot. And our flat top, this thing was very dirty and the industrial cleaners were able to get it pretty much brand new clean. There's a little bit of repair we still have to do. And then the cooking surface itself, we have to get a pumice brick to get that completely clean, but that's going to be ready by the time we need it. Up here, this is the inside of our hood system. We have fire suppression and lighting up there as well. That's going to suck up air and grease so it doesn't circulate through the kitchen. That's going to go up to an exhaust on the roof, and then a motor is going to force air back down through these grates, and that's going to cycle the air through the kitchen and hopefully keep all that grease out of our space. Then facing away from the hotline, we've got our new hot box. This is just like the one we have on the truck and that we were using in this kitchen previously. This is just a better one. This is where we're gonna keep all of our barbecue meats, stuff that was cooked ahead of time on the smoker. It stays hot in here. We never refrigerate that stuff. The more you cool barbecue off and heat it back up, it dries out, it loses texture and flavor. So the traditional way, the Texas way to do things is just to keep it hot until it's sold and not to make too much of it ahead of time so that you make sure you sell out. Then we've got technically we call this a salad station, but it's going to be used both for salad and saute. So for any of our pasta dishes, the pasta is going to be kept cold here. You're going to have all your vegetables that we go in the frying pan, any cold sauces that we're not keeping hot. And then over here you'd have like your lettuces, your spinach, your salad toppings, dressings. Normally in a bigger kitchen, this would be 2 different units, but we don't have the space and we are able to more efficiently run it out of 1 unit. Saves us a few $1,000s and a lot of floor space. And then right across from Expo, we have our dish pit. Not too exciting, but extremely necessary in a commercial kitchen. And then back here, to be completely honest, we didn't expect to have all this extra space. We really thought it was gonna be more cramped, but we do have a lot of floor space that we can use for future storage. We can buy more equipment that can go here. Really just not cramming up all of our space right away gives us options for future development. So that's cool. We will be cleaning this up and organizing it better. It's not gonna look like that in a week. Then right here is our in-kitchen double door fridge. This is where we're gonna keep all prepped items, stuff that doesn't fit underneath the hot station. So probably gonna be like a lot of steaks, a lot of just items that are ready to go be cooked immediately to order are gonna be able to be reached and grabbed right there from Expo. Then coming into our hallway, we've got our new dry storage area. It's going to be all of our equipment that we don't need at arm's reach immediately all the time, as well as backups of dressings, sauces, ingredients. Again, stuff that we don't need to grab in the middle of dinner service, but we still need to have in the building so we can prep and cook our food. We have our new mixer right here, industrial mixer. That'll be used obviously for any baking projects, but really a lot of what we use it for right now is mashed potatoes. All the soda syrups for the bar. We have another freezer right here, and then we have our prep line. So when you operate a commercial kitchen, there's really 2 steps to serving food. You prep your food, which is like, if somebody orders a dish that has sauteed onions, you don't cut an onion right then to make the dish. You cut those onions ahead of time and then keep them in a container. And then when somebody orders a dish with sauteed onions, you grab the already cut onions from its container into your frying pan and go from there. So all that pre-work, we call prep work, that's getting the food from its delivered state from our supplier to the state we need it to be to efficiently cook food to order. You really don't try to do that on the hotline just so you can multitask and do both things at once. This is gonna be our prep line. So this is where most of our prep work will be done. Make all of our barbecue seasonings back here, cut all of our vegetables and roll all of our meatballs, all that stuff. And then coming over here towards the back of our hallway, this is our 3-door fridge. It's just a massive reach in. It's 3 doors wide. That's where we're gonna keep all of our stuff that is kind of like backup. We've got a bunch of burgers already patted out and made that we don't need tonight. We already have enough of them over on the line. We don't need 45 burgers sitting on the line taking up space in the kitchen, but we do need 45 burgers for the whole weekend. So we're going to keep all those made burgers and the ground beef that hasn't been made into burgers back here. So we have it available, but it's not in our way taking up space in the kitchen. And then back here we have the remnants of a construction project. This will all be gone hopefully in a week, and then this is where our desk is gonna go. So all the videos I edit are gonna be edited right here for the next decade. So you know where to find me. And then out that door goes into the hallway of the business complex. All right, so this is gonna be the pass. That's Expo. So all the food's gonna come from the hotline. It's gonna end up here on this sill, and then when a full table's meal or when a full table's order is ready, it's gonna come from here. Kyle's gonna be standing here on Expo. He's gonna pull it down, assemble it on a tray. The tray's gonna go on out to the dining room. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Woo!
Woo!
We are so stinking close. Since the day that we decided that we were gonna close Lorenzo's and move on to something new, this kitchen has felt like kind of a pipe dream. We always believed we could do it, but it was such a lofty goal that we really had no idea what doing it looked like. As I said before, Kyle was one of my food reps at Lorenzo's. He's the guy that we bought our cheese and pizza sauce from. And as soon as I told him what I thought we were gonna try and do, he immediately wanted to hop on board. Grant came home from Chicago at the exact right time to handle basically the last year of Lorenzo's while me and Kyle went off and developed Old Line. And when we knew we needed a fourth for the actual operation, Annabelle basically just left her career behind, a very promising career for such a young chef, to hop on our pirate ship. Since then, we've been partners and everything has gone well. Literally everything has gone well. It's not always fun, it's not always easy, you don't always have money in your bank account, but as far as the big cornerstone things going well in this company, literally every single one of them has gone as well as we could possibly have ever hoped. So we don't want to jinx it, knock on some wood or something, but it's been basically 2 years since we decided, hey, let's move on from this and start something new and call it Old Line. Literally the first time me and Kyle even hung out outside of work was July 4th, 2023. So it's been less than 2 years. What we've been able to pull off, I'm not even going to say accomplish because I don't want to take that much credit for it, but what we've been able to pull off and the good fortune and the help we've received along the way is staggering. So not to get schmaltzy, but thank you to our families, thank you to our wives, thank you to our kids, even though they're not old enough to really know what the heck's going on. Thank you to Mark and Harad with Dragon and their families and their vision to approach us without even knowing us and offer this opportunity to just install our operation. Thank you to our investors. Thank you to our friends for understanding that we're not going to be present for a couple years. That's a big part of starting a business that nobody considers. Like, I haven't hung out with my friends in literally 2 years. Rich and the guys in my band, my best friends in the world who have been on this channel, the times they've been on this channel are the only times I've seen them in the last year and a half. That's definitely something to consider if you value a social life and you'd like to start a business. And finally, most importantly, thank you to every single one of you who has bought a sandwich, watched a video, commented on social media, left a review, told a friend, or just sent us positive energy. Thank you. And don't take your foot off the gas because we are flat broke after this project. Come get more sandwiches. But anyway, God willing, by the end of the next video, hopefully we'll be showing actual cooking in our new kitchen. Frying pans on the gas range, casserole dishes in the oven, cheesesteak on the flat top, fresh cut fries in the fryer, the whole deal. And we'll be debuting our brand new restaurant menu. But that's gonna do it for this one. As usual, we do not beg for subscribers, but we would love to see you in the future for more tailgating adventures. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on highway living, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.